Hey there, Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Moon, and Aquarius Rising. It's Maggie from Indirected. Welcome to my channel. Here we work with the energy of the moon to see how we can best utilize it to move our life forward in the most positive way possible. Today we're talking about that full moon in Sagittarius that's happening on June 17th around 4:30 in the morning, Eastern Daylight Time. I should know the exact time, but I didn't look it up. So for you, that is happening in your 11th house of groups and group activities. You're a very public persona. That's interesting. Like I said, I don't know if you can hear that train. I thought it had already gone. We have a lot of trains here in town, and I was waiting to start until after it finished, but it's been whistling its way through the tracks, which is interesting because when I was getting into your energy, what I saw was it was dark. It was night, and all I saw were headlights on the road. Like I'm driving. I could see the headlights on the road. It was like the dims were on too, because I couldn't see that much. Excuse me. But so you're going somewhere. You're going somewhere, kind of in a hurry. So I kind of feel like maybe it has to do with something that changes the structure of your groups. Maybe you're changing jobs, moving to a new location, changing the family situation, but your friendships and who you hang out with is shifting somehow. It's changing. Wow, do you have a lot of cards? Eight of Cups. It's moving away from something that's not working. So, let's see what we have here. Ooh, you have the Death card. Big transformation. Big transformation. Okay. Wow. All right. Let's get into it. Oh, you have beautiful progression too. So let's just see what we have here. Okay. So Eight of Cups. That's at the root. Definitely moving away from something, and it could be a marriage because we have the Hierophant and the Lovers, but it could also and the Justice card and Death. And if you're involved with a Leo, we have the Strength card here. So that's one possible story. That is definitely not everybody's story. But I see that, and it's like, okay, let's just get that out of the way. So this transformation is big. You're walking away from something, and it's big transformative energy, and it's important. And it's been something that's been needed to be done. But it's karmic justice is involved, because when we have the Justice card and the Death card, that's the end of a karmic situation that was a choice. It was a choice that affects your family. So it could be taking a new job, it could be moving, it could be a career change, it could be some kind of a entity like that where you needed to make some changes, and it affects your belief system. There's this long-held belief here. So if you're leaving a marriage, the long-held belief was that you guys would be together forever. If it's a group of people that have been your friends forever and you just thought that you really fit in there and they would always be your friends, but now you're seeing that maybe that doesn't work out. But this is a belief system that's being shifted, a way of looking at it. And it's going to take a lot of strength. This situation requires you stepping into your personal power and space of who you are and believing in yourself. Like really believing in yourself. Really understanding who you are. Those are the major arcana. That's so many of them. 6. Holy moly. Okay. So then we have this 5 of Wands energy. And this 5 of Wands energy could be that you were honing a skill, but it feels more like battle, like arguments and difficulties that made you just say, I'm done. This is so not working and I'm out of here. I almost feel like it belongs back over here. And I think you were trying to keep things in balance for a very long time because we have the Two of Pentacles. We have the Two of Pentacles hanging out here with Justice and the Lovers card, making a decision. I think it's going to take a lot of strength for you to change this belief system. You've had it for a very long time. But then you have this nice, really nice progression. You have the Six of Pentacles, which is about balance and justice. And then you have the Seven of Pentacles, waiting for opportunities to grow. And they will, through hard work, of the Eight of Pentacles. So the Strength card, it will pay off. The Seven of Pentacles is kind of a waiting period, this keeping things in balance. This needing the balance, seeing if the balance would happen, and then working hard to create balance. But it has to happen through a transformation. Like, things cannot be what they were before. There's a, between the Eight of Cups and that Death card, huge transformation. All right, I'm going to lay out a 9-card spread. If you were here for the new moon, I really liked it. The center card is going to be the key to the situation. The bottom card of the deck will be the underlying factor. And then we are going to break it up by thoughts, feelings, and actions, past, present, and future, present being at the time of the full moon. So you'll probably, depending on when you're watching this, you could still be in the energy of the past. Okay, let's go. Aquarius, this is hard energy to have for the central card, for the key. This is you looking around and saying, why does everybody have what I want and I can't achieve it? That's tough. Ooh. I'm having trouble breathing. Oh, well, the future looks good. Nice. It's finishing strong here. I was a little worried starting out with that Envy card where we were going with all this, but honestly, this is good. Even though there's some tough cards here, this looks great. All right, so I think in the past, you thought you had found the key, the doorway to your happiness and personal healing. Like you had probably left some sort of a situation that wasn't so great and you thought you were moving into a really good situation. That's what you thought about what that situation was. You felt emotionally fulfilled and satisfied by it for a time. You certainly did. It looked good, you know, and I think that you really appreciated it while you had it. And something happened, and I don't see a Tower card here, which means that it didn't happen out of the blue. It happened over time. Something was undermining the situation. And since we have the Balance card showing up here 3 times, we've got the Justice card, we've got the Two of Pentacles, we've got the Six of Pentacles. I feel like maybe things weren't really in balance, and maybe one part of this situation was getting undue effort and not the other part. So let's say it's a relationship, although it's really hard to tell here. Say it was a relationship, like at work. Okay, so at work. So maybe you were working really hard at work and you thought, I'm giving and I should be receiving. And you were waiting to see if you would receive, but things seemed out of balance and you wanted the justice. You had to make a choice, and now your hard work will be rewarded with the hard effort by changing jobs. You were seeking appreciation that apparently maybe you didn't think you were getting, or you were showing appreciation to somebody, but it wasn't doing what you needed it to do. And the reason I say that is because currently with this full moon, you are going to feel like you need to find the security to pay your bills, to put a roof over your head, to put food on the table, to feel safe and secure. There is a sense of insecurity that you're worried about. And so you're like, why does everybody else have it? And I feel like I've been lied to. So let's say you graduated from college and you thought you were going to walk right into that job that was going to help you pay those student loans. But you didn't get the job right away. And you're like, why does everybody else get a job right away and I can't get one? How am I supposed to pay my bills? You know, they said if you had a degree, you would get a job. They lied to me. Could be something like that. Thoughts are not reality. They're what you're thinking. So you're feeling deceived. You're thinking about deception. You're thinking you were deceived. It's creating all this envy. I want you to turn that around. And you can. Because this is the past. And you can't change the past. But you can change what's happening now by changing your attitude. And you can always change the future. And at the bottom of the deck is this healer of the ages. This is the Christ light. This is that confidence and that divine love and that divine healing. Like the situation is totally going to be healed. That's what's at the root of this. So there needs to be a transformation. And maybe this what you're walking away from is your bad attitude. Maybe you feel like I'm working really hard here. I'm up against it with this Five of Wands. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. I'm doing this. I should be getting more for what I'm doing. Why is this not working? I always thought if you worked hard, you got what you deserved from, you know, you were equally paid for what you needed. That long-held belief that needs to go is that life doesn't actually really work like that, right? You determine your worth. You determine your value. But right now, you need to feel secure, and you're not feeling very secure. I think you felt very appreciated in the past, but right now you're a little worried about your security. Maybe you lost a job. Maybe the job walked away from you, which created this transformation. That would totally affect who you hang out with. But I don't see a tower. So it didn't happen out of the blue. Maybe something you thought was going to manifest didn't manifest. And so you have to change what you thought was going to happen. You have to change your belief system in order to create the transformation that moves you forward. This Eight of Pentacles is lovely. There's a progression. 6, 7, 8. You're working toward the 8. It's going to take a lot of strength. It's going to require staying in balance, and it's that karmic justice. But that long-held belief, that's a 5, and so is the 5 of Wands. And so it's like holding on to that belief system created a lot of struggle for you, I think, as far as staying in balance in general. Like, I think that created issues with your balance, is because you just really believed, but if I do this, then I will get that. That didn't really work out exactly that way. There's no cups here except for the Eight of Cups. This feels very much like hard work and being paid appropriately in your mind for it is what it feels like. Okay, moving forward. I think that covers all that. So ask Archangel Michael to help you strengthen your root chakra and provide protection for you and to help you to overcome the obstacles and the anxieties so that you're not feeling envious, so you don't feel like you've been lied to. Ask St. Michael to come and help you cut the cords of negative energy. That's what you should ask for the release for in this full moon. When you're writing down your full moon intentions, Archangel Michael, please come and cut the cords of negative energy in my life. And then write your gratitude list. Show your appreciation. Write down all the things you're grateful for, past, present, and future. But write them like they're in the present. I am so grateful for this job that provides so much financial security and abundance for me. I am so grateful for this relationship with all these people that I just truly enjoy. That kind of a situation. Write it like it's happening now, because it's happening now in one of your timelines. So you might as well bring that timeline into conjunction with this one by expressing gratitude for it. In the future, you're going to be thinking about this caring connection. So maybe that's why you're like, I need to make money. I need to be, because I want to, you know, maybe pop the question. I want to be involved with a community of people that I work with that like me, that treat me with respect and dignity, that don't lie to me. In your heart space, you have the journey card. This is a journey of the heart. This is the journey toward emotional satisfaction and feeling healed. It's a healing journey. But here's the card that I love the most, I think, in this whole layout. It is the action step in the future. It's the knowledge that you are the magician. With fire in one hand and water in the other. You are the alchemist, and you can create for yourself whatever it is that you want. Absolutely. You have the power. You are the creator source of your life. You co-create with source, is the way I should put that. You are a co-creator, so create the abundance. Create what you want. Create the caring connection. Allow yourself to feel like you're on this journey to self-discovery, to self-love, to this relationship that you want. You are on a journey. I mean, come on. I saw the headlights on the road. I heard the train whistle. The journey card shows up. You're moving in a direction. You're moving forward. There is a transition here. There's a lot of divine aspects to it. When you have that many major arcana show up, that means that the timing is as it is supposed to be. So draw on the strength. And if you don't feel that you have the strength to draw on, then ask St. Michael to bring you in the strength. The strength card is also the self-empowerment chakra of the solar plexus, and that would be Archangel Shamiel, so you could ask for help there. Just because you think you've been lied to doesn't mean you were. Sometimes we lie to ourselves because we think things are going to go a certain way and they don't. But there may be actual deception involved. It's just that honestly, when I look at the rest of this, I don't see any other cards that make me think that. I don't see any of the negative cards that would make me think that there was a lot of lies involved. Oh my gosh, you have the rebirth card. Of course you do. This is a huge transition for you. This is a big deal. This is a big deal. So this is one way to try to focus your thoughts. It says reinvent yourself. Give life to your dreams. Create a new reality. Right? You aren't being deceived. I think that you had these long-held beliefs of how things were going to go, and they're not going that way. It doesn't mean you were lied to. It just means that your belief system wasn't quite in tune with what was going on, what you were co-creating, what other people, because it's a group. So there are probably more than one co-creator involved in this situation, and so you can't control everybody else. You can only control yourself. So it's an opportunity that has a nice progression to it. So I got a little guidance on how to direct your heart space so that we can move out of the state of envy and start out on this journey. You have bring love into the situation. The new moon in Aquarius. And honestly, I feel like this is loving yourself and loving the opportunity and knowing that in the future you can, if you intend, where you focus your intention, that's what you're going to create. So if this is a relationship that broke up, that somehow changed all your relationship dynamics around you, there's a caring connection coming in the future if you focus on it, because you can manifest whatever you're thinking about, right? What you think about, you bring about. That's what these two cards together say. What you think about, you bring about. So if you want to create this caring connection to a community or to one particular individual, however that looks for you, focus on that and focus on what it's going to feel like, because this is in the heart section. So imagine what it will feel like when that happens. Really get into it. Imagine it with as much detail as possible, how that will feel, what it will look like, but mostly how it will feel. And then imagine your body just being filled with this beautiful pink light of love, and feel the warmth of it as it spreads through your whole body, and just be in the warmth of that and allow yourself to manifest it, because that's what you're focusing on. And you also have this, a win-win outcome is forecast. And so things might not be as dire as you think they are. And there might be some negotiation that's going to be necessary in order for you to feel this sense of stability. So maybe if we're talking about a job, for instance, there was a job you thought you were going to get, but you didn't get the job you wanted. But there's another job they're willing to offer you within that same entity, because the Hierophant can represent large groups, like, say, the military or General Motors or some great system, like a school system or something. Maybe you thought you were going to get a teaching job and you thought it'd be this job. But they're like, well, you can't have that one, but we do have this other one over here for you. And it would be a stepping stone in the right direction, because it says a win-win outcome. Bring love of the opportunity into this. I feel like you should just understand that you are being protected and loved, and you can create with the universe what you want, but you're going to create through love, not through envy. Oh, what you would create through envy would be so bad. Don't go there. Pour love all over it so that you can create the positive outcome. Support is all around you. You have fellow travelers. And honestly, as I'm looking at, okay, so it's about community. But as I look at these cards, I don't really see, I almost feel like this is you have divine support all around you. Look around. There may be people, because it is groups. So do some networking. Oh yeah, network. Okay, yep. So network to find more opportunities. That's really important. Also, be in contact with spirit, but network. I feel like this is about a job. And so, I used to work for a company where we would, one of the exercises they would have us do is sit down and write a list of who do you know. So you would know where to make contacts. And so that might be an opportunity for you to do that right now. Sit down and make a who do you know list, so that you can contact them to see if they know where there might be some kind of a job opportunity or, whatever. So who do you know? How are you connected? This Eight of Pentacles, okay, usually it's about working hard to get, but look at how they're all touching each other. And to me, that just feels like a big community that's interconnected. And that's why I think you really need to network. Because here on the Seven of Pentacles, there's some of them are touching, but some of them aren't. And in the Six of Pentacles, they're even more split apart. And since it's a progression, I feel like as you gather this group of people in, this opportunities in, and the connections get stronger, you find answers. Ooh, nice. Carnelian. Creativity flows through me in a myriad of ways. I courageously bring ideas into actuality. So this is the sacral chakra. So moving from the root chakra to the sacral chakra. So in the morning before you get up, you start thinking like this. Visualize at the sacral chakra, the root chakra, which is in your pubic area. You want to imagine a red ball of light spinning faster and faster and faster and faster, and raise the vibration of it. And as it raises the vibration of it, the red color spreads throughout and you will feel more secure. And then you imagine next the orange, the carnelian color of the sacral chakra, spinning faster and faster and faster. And this is your card of self-value, self-worth, self-esteem, financial security. And so imagine that orange flooding throughout you. And I would go ahead and I would move right on up into the sacral, into the solar plexus, and that's the self-confidence of the yellow. I feel confident when I go out and I talk to people. Spin that around until it's vibrating and it spreads the color throughout your system. And then move on to the heart chakra, the healer. And that's green for healing, pink if you're trying to bring in love, or both. Do what you want. Spin the colors around until it floods your body. Then that's blue for the throat chakra, purple for the third eye, and a really light purple for the crown chakra. But let's start with getting you grounded, because there's so much pentacles here and there's so much need to be rooted in. So focus on bringing that up into the heart space, and then your throat chakra, that blue, so that you can speak your truth, so you feel confident when you go out and you talk to people in job interviews or whatever. That really feels like this is job oriented. So who do you know? Who can help you? There's help everywhere. You just have to look for it. Remember? There are people traveling with you. Okay? All right, so one more time on this. It says, creativity flows through me in a myriad of ways. I courageously bring my ideas into actuality. Have the guts and the courage to try a new way of contacting people or presenting yourself to get what it is that you want and need. You can manifest whatever you want. You are the magician. You can do this. Oh my gosh, we're almost at half hour. All right, you take care, Aquarius, and good luck with all this. All right, we'll talk soon.